Hey there guys, and welcome back to a Doctor Who video, and this time I'm going to be doing a DVD review of The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. I thought I'd review this because I watched it a couple of days ago. It's a story that I really like, and if you haven't seen it, I think it's definitely worth checking out because there is something about it. It just makes it one of the great Sylvester McCoy stories out there. So I really do love the cover art design. It's probably one of my favourite covers of the range. I think it just looks fantastic. So it's quite a long title. It's called The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. And I suppose you could say that Doctor Who is pretty much the greatest show in the galaxy. But they just used that for this particular story. So we've got the side. And we've also got pictures from the story, like a nice few snapshots. We've got the blurb. This one's written by Stephen Wyatt, and we've got the list of special features, which is, as you can see, absolutely jam-packed full of special features. So I'll just read you the blurb. Although Ace hates clowns, the Doctor decides to take his companion to the psychic circus on the planet Seganax. There they find a group of scared performers who live in fear of the sinister, creepy chief clown. But what is so dangerous about this particular circus? Why is there such a small audience, and will Ace be able to overcome her fear before it's too late? So it's a very interesting, and it's really quite character-based, in particular, with Ace, because she's probably one of the best classic series companions, if not the best. I know people really do like Sophie Aldred and Ace as character. So the special features are commentary actors Sophie Aldred, Ace, Jessica Martin, Mags, and Christopher Guard, Bellboy, with writer Stephen Wyatt, script editor Andrew Cartmel, and composer Mark Ayres, moderated by Toby Haddock. The show must go on. Cast and crew look back on the making of the story, deleted and extended scenes, model effects, and used model effects shots originally intended for the story, the psychic circus, remembrance, demo, 2 scenes re-recorded by Mark Ayres, Tomorrow's Times, the 7th Doctor, the ongoing series looking at the press coverage of Doctor Who's reaches the Sylvester McCoy era, presented by Annika Wills, Victoria Wood, Doctor Who sketch from Victoria Wood as seen on TV, isolated music, Radio Times listings, DVD ROM program subtitles, production information subtitles, photo gallery coming soon trailer, digitally remastered picture and sound quality, stereo and 5.1 audio options on episodes. The story was originally broadcast between 14th of December 1988 and 4th of January 1989, which 1989 is the final year for Classic Who, unfortunately. I would have loved to have seen another Sylvester McCoy season. I think that would have just been brilliant. Season 27. I mean, you've got the Lost Stories for Big Finish, so they're always worth a listen. I mean, I haven't listened to any yet, but I really do hope to get around to buying a few at some point. It's PG, this one. And inside you get a really nice booklet about the basic information about the story and production and stuff. And also you've got the disc, which is basically the front cover. So this story is kind of like an X Factor or Britain's Got Talent kind of type of story. It's because there's a bit where the Doctor's being judged by these sort of gods. I can't remember what they're called, but these guys here, they're sort of the gods of the place that they're in. And the Doctor shows off some magic tricks, which is quite sort of season 24-ish, but that doesn't matter because thankfully that's only the sort of really... I think this story does have a bit of silliness from that season, but even though it's not in that season, I think it is a very silly story, but it's also quite a kind of a dark story as well. I think the characters are brilliantly written, in particular Ace's character, because I think her character just gets better and better throughout the McCoy era. I think she's a lot better than Mel, because Mal is a terribly underrated companion, and I mean I don't particularly like her that much, but he's just a far better companion than Mal ever was, and I think the Seventh Doctor and Ace just work brilliantly together. And as for the Chief Clown, well, I don't really like clowns. I do think they're a bit creepy. But yes, I think the guy who actually performed the Chief Clown was in Coronation Street, because I watched the special features, and I think he was off. I think he featured on Coronation Street. I can't remember, but I think he did. But yeah, some really good special features. Making of documentary behind the scenes. It's quite interesting actually, because with the I should say spoilers for this moment, so you might want to cover your ears. There's a bit where the actual circus explodes, and the Doctor is walking away from it, and it's just a really great moment, and probably one of the best scenes of the Seventh Doctor. That's a really good bit to look forward to when the whole circus explodes. And he was saying that actually the explosion was literally, he could actually feel the explosion as he was walking in front of it, and I can't imagine what that must have been like. And they only had one take to do it, and it did look fantastic, really, really did. I really love the location work. I think it's like a quarry in Wales, one of the typical Doctor Who locations, some sort of desert quarry. I think it was in Wales, I can't remember, but it probably was. But yeah, absolutely fantastic story. Probably one of my favourite Sylvester McCoy stories, and it's definitely one of the great Sylvester stories. There are quite a few good ones out there. I mean, you've got The Curse of Fenric, you've got Remembrance of the Daleks, you've got Ghostlight, all great stories. I wouldn't really recommend watching season 24 because it's a bit shit, really. Although I do quite like the Happiness Patrol, but that's just the only story I like from that season. But yes, The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, an absolutely stellar of a story, fantastic. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a probably 8/9 out of 10. It's very close to getting a 10, but I don't, because there's silly aspects of the story that I think just drops it down, a point. But yeah, fantastic story, really good. And if you like kind of creepy clowns, or you're afraid of them, then this is probably a good one to watch, as it does bring up that fear factor a little bit more, which is great. And this is classic Doctor Who, so it very rarely does that, I think. Well, especially nowadays, anyway. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time for my next DVD review, or Doctor Who video, whatever it will be. Yes, this was actually a re-review, because I had reviewed this before, but the quality was terrible, and it was during the early days of my channel, so I decided to re-review it because I thought it would be worth doing. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.